Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop again this week. What did I get? 5 comics this week. First, I have to tell you a little funny story about the comic shop. Comics, not the shop. If you remember, a couple weeks ago, I got the Goon number 5. And I can remember I didn't look at the number until I was doing my video, and it kind of caught me by surprise since I expected it to be number 4. So this week, I was like, you know what? I think I was talking to Dave, who I said, it's like I missed the Goon. I missed an issue of the Goon. He's like, I got you 1 through 3, and I'm like, 5 came out, but I missed number 4. He's like, 5? He's like, no way. Only 3 issues are out. I said, I know I got 1, 2, 3, and 5. So check it on the computer. So he's looking it up. He's like, yeah, she's got 1 through 3, and somehow 4 is missing, and you got 5. Let me see. And he's like, I know there's an issue of Goon coming out next week. I thought it was 4. That's why he thought I only had 3. And he checked. Sure enough, next week, the Goon number 4 is supposed to be out. So for some reason, the Goon number 5 came out before the Goon number 4. And they're all kind of done in one stories. So I didn't even notice that. Even though it said number 5 on it, I'm like, well, I really didn't miss anything. But I just found that amusing. I got 1 through 3 and 5, and now number 4 is coming out. How weird is that? Well, the one freebie I got this week is the Comic Shop News. Year of the Villain, Catwoman. Oh, look at this. You can get both covers. Whoops. Dropping it. Pretty cool. Let's see what it says. Don't be late for DC Acetate. I guess DC's got some acetate covers on. Coming on. Acetate is that clear plastic. So I guess they can... I guess it's kind of like paper dolls. They can put one outfit on the clear acetate and you move it over, and she's got the other outfit underneath. I'll check that out and see. DC's gimmick covers are always pretty good. You're the Villain, a lot of stuff. I guess last week was Marvel. This week has got DC stuff on the cover. More stuff. Lucifer, Flash Forward. More DC stuff coming up. Even that I never bother buy Marvel and DC stuff, this is all I ever see of it. Wildcats number 3, even though Wildcats has been canceled as of right now. I think the artist was having some problems getting the art done. I just know, even though we got Wildcats number 3 in here, there's no Wildcats coming out anytime soon. Audible or Stan Lee's Alliances. There's an ad for something with Stan Lee in it. But you know, I always like to give this a read and see what's coming out. Fun stuff. Let's see, what did I get this week? I only vaguely remember pre-ordering this, but I'm told it was a hot book this week. So, The White Trees number 1, and it says on the back that it's 1 of 2. It's a $4.99 issue too, but it's extra thick. Can't for the life of me remember what caught my eye and what made me order this, and I think if I like it, I'm going to have to be sure to pre-order the second issue, because I don't think I put it on my pull list. Because every week I get an email from my comic shop, and I just click on something and click on I want to order this, and I can either put the whole series on my pull list or just the issue. So probably something about this caught my eye. I don't remember what. I've never read anything by Chip Zdarsky before, or Chris Anka, Matt Wilson. Matt Wilson is the only name I know on there, the colorist. Does he color The Wicked and the Divine? I don't remember, but I know him as a colorist. Don't remember what this is about, or what caught my eye. But I'll give it a read, and if I like it, I'll put issue 2 on my pull list and make sure I have it. And of course, there's Gog Orr. I know I like that one. Keith Garing. I've picked up his stuff in the past, his Planetoid series. This is a new, really, really nice, lush art in this one. Sort of seems to be an all-ages type book. Fantasy. He's got ideas in his head for the first 10 issues or so, 2 story arcs. He hopes it can go longer than that, but he doesn't know. But they live in this fantasy world where there's a whole bunch of islands in the sky that they live on, and some people want to try to take over other people. And this guy in the back is Gog Orr. This is our main character, and he he in order to the headmaster at his school was like, here's this pamphlet, go find Gogor and read the pamphlet. So he did. Gogor came out of the ground. Now they're trying to do something. They're trying to stop these people from taking over the many islands. Oh, there's one of the floating islands in the sky. Looks like an empty one. But a good book. I mean, I said I originally bought this because I've been following the creator for a while, and I'm enjoying this one. On the last issue of The Life and Death of Toyo Harada. This is 5 of 6. This is another extra pages. This has got about 38 pages for $5. And I want to open this one because there was a big reveal at the end of last issue about the life and death of Toyo Harada, and I don't quite know what it means because Toyo Harada apparently died sometime in issue 3 or so, but it's a superhero story, so who knows if he really died. But we'll find out this issue if he really died or if he didn't. But his whole operation, like I said, he was the villain of the Valiant universe for a while, and he was even though he's trying to make the world a better place, he's not exactly going about it the way anybody likes. So his whole, the world kind of united against him to take down his whole operation, and it's all been falling apart these last couple of issues. So we'll see what happens with this one. I really, Joshua Dysart, Cafu, and Dougie Braithwaite. Joshua Dysart has been the one constant with the Toyo Harada stuff through Harbinger, through the Imperium, and through this. He's written it all, and I've really enjoyed his Toyo Harada stuff, so I'm looking forward to this issue. Let's see, what else have I got? That's funny. Reaver, issue number 2. It's fun. This is a new one I just put on my pull list because a lot of the stuff I've been buying is ending. Speaking of ending, Outcast has one more story arc. I thought it was ending with 44, but it's ending with 48. So there's one more story arc in Outcast. It's Wiccan the Divine that is one more issue that's ending at 44. But I just saw this was coming in my pull list, and for the life of me, I couldn't remember what the first issue was about. Even though, like I read all the issues twice before I put them away, I was staring at the name Reaver. Didn't have the artwork for it or anything. And I was like, I have to go over to my shelf and look at the first issue. And I did. And as soon as I saw it, I remembered what it was about. It's a D&D Suicide Squad story. So it's kind of like a D&D story in that there's all these different fantasy characters, the thief, the rogue, the magic user, the barbarian, the whatever, and they're kind of in a Suicide Squad story in that they're in the middle of a war and they have to go perform this mission because they're all in prison and they're all slated for the hangman's noose. So if they could go on this suicide mission, and if they get out of it alive, they're forgiven, and if they don't, oh well, they're going to be suicided anyway. But the artwork's nice, the writing's nice. I really enjoyed the first issue. Let's see who's on this one. Justin Jordan, Rebecca Isaacs, and Alex Guimares. Rebecca Isaacs, I think I knew her back in the 90s at Marvel. Wow, I know that name. I think I met her a few times. She did some stuff for the DC imprint, the one they just canceled, that Sandman is from. Vertigo. My brain. I think she did some Vertigo stuff. I don't know if she was doing it Marvel, if she was doing Vertigo stuff. I think I remember meeting her. But anyway, just some nice artwork. It's in here. And I can't wait to get that read, too. And let's see, our last issue is Usagi Yojimbo, number 3. This is 3 of 3. This is the last part of the story. I got my replacement for number 2 last week. As number 2, all the Usagi number 2s had a defect in them that the cover was folded along. So IDW put out. Hold on, I'm going to make this go away. There you go. Stupid phone. So I got an issue last week, but I just put that on the shelf because I already read it twice. So issue number 3 is here, and what was it? He was facing murders and whatever. A supernatural story where they have these puppeteers. Let's see if All those little guys biting them are puppets. And there's a traveling puppet show going on that are killed. It's like a horror Usagi story where wherever the puppet show goes, they find husks of people and their money gone and stuff like that. So Usagi's always good. I've been reading it since '86. I always say so. Been on my pull list for, what does that make that, 33 years? So I like Usagi. I'm gonna keep on reading it. Now let's show you the little artwork that I got done this week. Let's show you a little color piece first. This is Dreams of Things. After I did this, I'm like, that kind of reminds me of the Mona Lisa. Just the hunched over pose with the weird background. I don't know, it's strange. This is one of my, I went crazy with there's all sorts of, there's no overall color theme on this. It's just lots and lots of colors all together, and I like the way it came out. It glows a little. That's always good. But I also like the way this is one. I was just writing a blog piece about this. Whoops, my comment. But I was miserable all day doing this earlier in the week. I was just miserable, picking away at it with some ink, trying to get it done, and it wasn't until it was finally finished I went, oh, that came out nice. I like the way that came out, because it's amazing how I can be miserable all day working on a piece, just not right in the mind, and then it comes out nice, and it makes me happier. I'm like, I like that now. Hold on, I dropped you've seen this one already. That just fell down, my monster on a comic. Conti crayon and black marker. Oh, and don't forget, if you click on the link to my eBay, you can buy stuff like this and my comic covers that I did. Okay. You guys all have a good week out there.